What's up, Pyro Nation? I'm back again for 4th of July 2017. This is year number 2 with a real stash, and we'll go through everything I got here. I got our order about 3 days ago, just got everything unwrapped and looking through it all. A lot of the same stuff I had last year and some new stuff. All comes from Superior Fireworks in Orange Park, Florida, and they had their own brand of some things last year. SFX, that's Superior Fireworks, it's their brand. You'll see it on a couple things in here. They're really coming out with good stuff. They sell a lot of cutting edge, world class, and some brothers, so I would guess it's one of them making it. But I've been happy with it so far, and they really branched out, and they got another of their own brands. You'll see here, Great American Fireworks Company, and we'll try some of that. That's all new this year, so I haven't tried any of that yet. So from the top, got a Symphony of Shots. That is cutting edge. I had that one last year. It's got a fan effect on kind of every volley. They come 4 to a case, but we got a little excited and did one off the other night. Really like that one. It's not a 500 gram, but the bang for the buck is it's really there on those. Loyal to None. I think I had that one last year. I don't remember off the top of my head. 33 shot. A lot of different things going on. I like the variety in that cake. They come 3 to a case, and that's a world class. We Want You, cutting edge. It is a 12 shot, 500 gram. And that's kind of just going to be a filler. Most of the shots, or all the shots maybe, are pretty much the same. Red, white, and blue. Peonies and stuff in there. But for the money, I mean, that's a cheap case. I think it was like 70 bucks. Sweet Spot. I got one of those in South Carolina a few weeks ago. And a lot of different things going on in there. It's a Brothers. You can't go wrong with the Brothers heavyweights. When they got that mark right there. I've never had a bad Brothers cake, and this one it varies up quite a bit, and the pace changes about halfway through, and it almost kind of looks like a finale going on. So it's a really good cake. I was happy with it last time. Here's a Superior Fireworks. I had this one last year. It's a 9 shot, 500 gram. The case has 4 different cakes. And I really like when they do that, because you can buy one case and not have 4 of the same thing that you got to fit into a show somewhere. The effect's pretty much the same, but the colors and stuff are different. So each one of these, every shot has a little mine, and then it's a big break, real symmetrical, good colors on all of them. I was real happy with those. And for $100 for like a premium 9-shot cake, I mean, it's a lot more value than the Moabs, I think. So I'll be sticking with that one for a while. Crack of Dawn was a last-minute add-on. That's another Brothers heavyweight. The video looks real good. Haven't seen one in person, but a couple different kind of effects going on in there. But the breaks looked really good on all the videos. Pretty happy with the look of that one. American Creed. It's another SFX. Pretty similar to the what do they call this? The Immortals assortment case. So this is just, you know, each break is obviously going to be a little bit smaller because they're 12 shots, but the same kind of effect. You get a little mine and then a big, really bright, colorful break. Next up, had this one last year. This is a cutting edge, the Knockout assortment. So 36 shots in each one, and again, each cake is different. Makes for a lot better variety when you know, we're planning out a show like I'm doing. 36 shot, the pace is a little bit quicker than most of your bigger 500 grams, but the amount of the stuff going on in each one is nice. You got whistling, you know, it varies up, it switches. You got the fish effects, which I really like, and good variety. Pretty happy with those. Another kind of last minute add-on, All Night Long. The breaks on this look really good, and then every 2 shots I think there's like a crossette, like crackling crossette, which looked really neat. Figured I had a little bit of room to add on, and I looked through everything again, and landed on that one. Couple of fan cakes, the bigger ones. I didn't do too many of those last year, but I like the ability to use those to vary up the show and kind of add some different stuff. So this one's Cutting Edge, the Armory. It is a, I don't remember how many shots on that one actually, but you know, I'm going off of videos here, and I was impressed. Escape Velocity, that's another Superior Fireworks brand, SFX. We'll plug them right there. Escape Velocity, 30 shot. Again, that's just to, you know, add a little bit of spread and throw it in between some of these straight up 500 grams. Vendetta, another Superior Fireworks. That is a huge cake. It's 20 shots, and you can see on the front there, that's just what the video looks like. I haven't seen it in person, but it's big. It's a physically heavy cake. Pretty excited to see what those do. Captain Jake is another one that I had last year. Come through to a case, world class. Each shot has a mine, and then it doesn't, either the mines go high or the breaks aren't quite as high as some of the others. I don't know what the perspective is there, and I really don't remember because I had them mixed in pretty heavy in the show last year. But there's a lot of variety in there, and bang for your buck on those is really good too. On to the smaller cakes. Back to our Great American Fireworks Company. It's a Superior Fireworks, their own brand. I just had to try this one. It is 12 repeaters. They don't go by the composition weight and gram ratings, but they're, you know, like these are the size of your Boomer Classic 16 shot, and your Cutting Edge biggest and brightest assortment. I'll get to that one in a minute, but they're the same size as those. Some are a little bigger, some are a little smaller, but for the case you get 12, and they're all different. There's only one, that Statue of Liberty right there, that is doubled up. You get 2 of those, but every other one is different, and it's $85 for 12 repeaters. Pretty good value there, I think. I know everything I've dealt with Superior, they wouldn't sell it if it didn't measure up. So really excited to see what those do. American Rhythm, I've never got one of the big zipper cakes, but that's 156 shot, and that's probably going to be the show opener, leading into some other stuff. I'll show you the Roman candle racks and stuff like that. Kind of excited to see what that does. This one I had last year, I didn't really utilize it properly because they're bigger than they look when they break. They're 16 shot. It's a small repeater, I mean, compared to the size of my hand there. But those would rival some 500 gram cakes that I've seen. So you get 18 cakes, 6 different ones, 3 of each, and those are spectacular. I'll never do a show without having that case right there in it, just because the variety you get and the quality of them, the size of the breaks, really awesome. So I got these. It's another Great American Fireworks Company, Superior Fireworks brand. These are fountains. There was 36 of them in here. We did a couple just to see what they did. The plan was to do a wheel. And I don't know, based on the size of these, that's a big fountain to throw on a wheel. So we'll see what happens with those. Might do some more experimenting. But worst case, for the money, I got a whole bunch of fountains. If they don't work out for a wheel, I'll just do like a like the kind of rain thing, string a bunch of them on a board or a cable across the front of the show area, and just kind of have the fountains rain down. Never done that before, so that'd be kind of cool to try. We'll skip over the mortars, and I had this last year. I made the rack. It's a 210 shot Balls of Fire Roman candle rack. Those are really good candles. It's a fun thing to have. They're fairly inexpensive, so just to throw a bunch of them in a rack. I just stuck them in there right now, so the alignment will be better than that when we put them in the show. But they whistle, and you got 210 shots of standard Roman candle. And then This right here is the standard size Roman candle rack that I made last year. I used the cutting edge candles, which were really good. I was really happy with them. But I'm trying the Great American Fireworks Company candles this year. Haven't really played with them too much, so we'll see. If nothing else, we'll just have a bunch of Roman candles going off at once. But I was surprised with this last year, just for being a big wad of Roman candles going off. That was like one of the hit pieces. Everybody liked it, especially the guys that I had come over and help me set everything up. They were real surprised at how that turned out. So that one's going to be a staple in every show I do from here on out as well. On to the mortars. Obligatory X-Cal. Got a case of those. And there's the other two right there. I've done some of the 2017 shells with the plastic top, and there's mixed opinions on that. I think they're every bit as big, if not bigger, as every other year before. You can't go wrong with them. There's a couple haters out there, but I've never had bad luck with X-Cals, so I'm going to stick with those. They've treated me right. And then here's a Superior Fireworks brand 60-gram canister shell, Hammer of Thunder. They come 4 to a case. Looking at the shell, they look just like the X-Cals with a different wrapper. I'm told they're not re-wraps. I don't know. We shot 2 of them off, and they don't disappoint. So if they are re-wraps, then that's cool. If not, then I still like them. They look great, the 2 that we did. And they come with the fiberglass tubes with the wooden base, not the standard X-Cal HDPE tubes, the big heavy ones right there. So I got a total of 240 60-gram mortars, minus the 2 that we shot off. And those are probably about 150 of those are going in the finale, and the rest we'll use split up between the show, and there'll be a little false finale in there somewhere. The racks, I built most of these last year. I got the videos up on there. I'll try to put a link to them. The tubes, I ordered 150. They came marked in a cutting edge box, fiberglass with a wooden plug with some kind of resin kind of puddled up on top of the plug, and that's, I think, also what seals it in. Tested them quite a bit on a few tubes, put several mortars through the same tube, and no signs of any breakdown or damage or anything. And then I didn't have one single problem with any of them out of the 150 that I did last year. And those were all X-Cals in those. So